Well, hello. Oh, hang on. Who brought him in? Get out of it. Who told Stadia they could have a prime spot and they're not paying, are they? Fellas, how are you?
Oh, doing great. Doing amazing.
We are sans John, which is French for without, but he may not have known that, you see. So we're here to educate, as Clive would say, educate, entertain, and inform. Yeah. But he may join us a little while later. He had some stuff at work that he had to deal with, so it's the Fantastic Three, the three Musketeers, the three Stadia Tears. William, how's your week been, my friend?
Oh, it's been great, man. Played all kinds of things. Got back into some Extraction once with you.
Oh, yes, it was a chuckle.
Yeah, had a good time, man.
You broke my little virgin ass, didn't you, in Rainbow Six?
we tried not to pound you too hard, but played some Wreckfest with Ray. Just overall great time, man. Had a good week.
Ray's always the best fella to play with. He's been voted on Twitter, you know, the most fun fella to play with, games and stuff. And so say all of us. And talking of the very man, yes, he is in the room. Raymond, how are you? How's your week been, my friend?
Just amazing. Just like SPG said, played some Wreckfest. I beat a game called Martha is Dead.
She's still dead since I played it.
No spoilers.
She's very dead.
And just playing a lot of games. Played some PUBG, streamed some PUBG last night. Met a new Stadium friend. And
did you make a new friend, Ray?
I sure did. Primo, jumped in. I mean, we died together. We died together. We played horrible, but. That was a great dream.
That's what friends are for, my friend.
Exactly.
It's almost a cue for a song, isn't it?
Yeah.
So there you go. Welcome to the Stadia Rock Show, a weekly jam session where we strum through the latest sounds from the album of Google Stadia. Let me... no, I'm not even going to introduce them because you've already met them. And that's what happens when you read an auto cue that you haven't updated. So stuff that. Let's get rid of it and get on with the show, chaps. We got some news today. Yeah, we're obviously a little bit late. Apologies to those of you that didn't see the notice, turned up and thought, where the heck are they? There's a twos and everything, and there's nowhere to be seen. Well, I had stuff to do, and it was just the way it was going to be. And yes, there was indeed a This Week on Stadia. And we can go straight to it, to our man on the street. Here he is, the roving report. And, well... I don't know if you fellas have had a chance to have a quick read of this. I had a quick read of it earlier. Hang on. I keep forgetting to sign in. I promise you I am a founding member. Let's go back. Here we go. Yes, so what they said was, well, we already knew about the April Pro games, of course. We knew about them before they were an April Pro game. One or two were missing. We'll come on to that in a second. But World War Z Aftermath, or Aftermath, depending where you're from, is joining today. So that was one on the list that they did say. Anthony, if you remember rightly, he was quite adamant that it was not going to appear, and he was quite correct. And look, he's turned up just to rub our noses in it. And he met two Stadia friends 2 weeks in a row, one from the UK and one from South America. There you go. It's a big old international fam, isn't it? It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. But he was correct. But it has come out today. So that's the fourth title to join Stadia's Stadia Pro's lineup. Of course, we were also expecting to see Deliver Us the Moon, but that has been delayed. We'll have a little look at that in a second. Pardon?
Said it wasn't delivered.
No. No, that's true. Oh, but Anthony says I was right about it being Tuesday. I don't remember that, Anthony, but thank you. You're very gracious, my friend. You were more right than I was. But we also got Ease 9, Monstrum Nox, City Legends, The Curse of the Crimson Shadow, Chicken Police, Paint It Red. Have you Ray's waggling his finger? You telling me off or you got something to contribute?
I was just showing you my paint. No. I actually, I played some of The Curse of the Crimson Shadow. And I'm gonna tell you, the kind of click and puzzle game, it was actually really fun. Something really never really got into, but that was
Yeah.
actually fun. I suggest people give it a try.
It reminded me of the really old school kind of Broderbund games that you used to get back in the day when
Yes.
you had, like early days of like Amigas and stuff, and those kind of hand-drawn graphics and the illustrations. And yeah, it was good fun.
Yeah.
I had a little play with that as well. I had a whale of a time with Chicken Police. I've been so looking forward to playing that game. It is a masterpiece. It's absolute masterpiece. William, have you managed to have a pop at any of the pro games?
Not yet. I'm looking at getting into Ease. I'm going to put probably 80 hours into that title, but Chicken Police does look fantastic. I watched John stream some of it. The comedy is top notch. So I do plan on
Eternal Doom. Didn't you beat a DLC, a hard DLC on Eternal Doom? Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I just completed the Ancient Gods Part 1 of the Doom Eternal DLC. And that game is hard. It is tough as nails. The DLC is.
I didn't know there was a DLC.
Yeah,
I feel cheated.
It continues the main story, actually, of the Demon Slayer. Yep.
Well, I never completed the first game. It's, you're the same, Ray. You see, Ray and I, there's a few years difference, but we are men of the slightly more mature end of the spectrum, and when these games come along with where you got have massively reactive nerves and stuff, I just can't be doing with it. I jumped into Crucible at the weekend, William, over at Destiny, and I got absolutely fried.
Oh no!
I would go, oh, there's a baddie, and then I'm like looking down the sights and I'm gone.
How is that new update for that game?
The DLC,
started it.
Witch Queen. Great fun, mate.
Queen.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's very good. They've kind of brought the game together now. I think they've kind of got their jam going, and no, it's all good. I've leveled up 2 characters now in it. I've got a third, my Titan. I sort of started it on the legendary level, but I haven't really progressed him yet. Yesterday I bought the anniversary edition, which it's been out for a little while and came out before Witcher Queen, but I wanted to leave it because I wasn't playing Destiny at the time. But I tell you what, at that time it was £22, and I picked it up yesterday for £6.
Wow!
So yes, and I got me Galahorn as well. I know those of you that remember the Galahorn. Great stuff. Who doesn't love it? But you guys, Ray, you've played a bit of Destiny, don't you?
I you know what? When we used to do the play-alongs, that's when I was really, really into it, playing the multiplayer and the Crucible. But honestly, I haven't played Destiny 2 because these guys are just getting so good. You get in there, boom, you're done.
Yeah. I just like the PvE stuff, and then hanging on the tote coattails of guys that are better than me, so that I can get stuff done.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, it's the way to be. It's the way to be. So, any road up, as well as those games, which we've got to play with over the coming month before the next bunch arrive. We've got 5 weeks in April, guys, and lots of chocolate. Do you have chocolate Easter eggs and stuff in America?
Oh, yes, come on.
Do you?
Yeah, I used to eat the kids' chocolate.
And eat the kids?
My wife would be like, wait a minute, there was more chocolate eggs in the basket. And I ate them. You know?
No.
Yes.
Ray, that's not good for both family harmony and your belly, my friend.
Yeah. We used to hide we used to get the plastic with the little toys inside, and I would hide it in the yard, hide it in the living room, and have them look.
Wow.
I'll tell you a funny story about my dad. He had 3 sons, and we were monsters. And one Easter, he told us, "Hey kids, I hid a whole bunch of candy outside. Go find it." We were out there for 3.5 hours and didn't find nothing. We finally come in the house, and my dad goes, "Hey, you left me alone for like 3 hours. That hunt was worth it. You're going to the movies tonight." So no candy, but we went to see Batman.
and Mum had a big smile. Thanks, chaps.
Absolutely.
Oh, awesome stuff. Yes, no, there's loads of chocolate. I avoid it these days. I haven't eaten any for a few years because it doesn't flush out of my system very well. It kind of sticks around for too long. I don't feed it to your dogs, folks. It's poisonous.
No.
Chocolate is poisonous for doggies. Right, so what else we got going on? Well, we also had some new trials that they announced.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna do one of them.
You're gonna. Let me guess. You're gonna do humankind
Yes, I am.
because you're a kind human, Ray.
I hope so. I
Yeah.
hope so.
Whereas William is a super animal, so I know what he's planning to do. Actually, it's pretty cool because you get 60 minutes of Super Animal Royale. You get 2 hours of humankind, which is necessary because
I'm sure.
it's a complicated. I was watching somebody. Anyways, I've forgotten his name. He was really good. I've seen him around for ages, and that was one. Not complicated, complex. There's a lot to it, and to really get your head around it. And then a 60-minute trial for World War Z Aftermath, which is $39.99, and it's about the same UK as well. So that's really cool. You get it for free if you've pay your £9, play it for a month, cancel your £9, don't play it anymore. It's a deal. And yes, you see now Ninja's saying he watched Malashur play Humankind. It looks so good. It really, actually, it's a really accomplished game. There's so much to it. Actually, Ray, I think you'll enjoy it. I look forward to seeing what your thoughts are on that. That would be good. So there's those. They're adding to the trials all the time. There's tons and tons of trials there now, which is a really cool feature. It even says that their library is growing, which is exactly what I just said. Oh, yes. It's a proper monster chicken dinner. Look at the size of that foot.
I think there was cloudy validations which showing tweets of this big chicken dinner thing. I'm like, what the hell is this thing?
Well, the only thing my concern is it says right above that video, April Fool's Day. Was this?
No, there's a big chicken.
Is there definitely? That's real,
Yes.
yeah? Okay.
Yeah, there's definitely a big chicken to shoot at.
Fair enough. So Blake Stadia, yes, that was it. Thank you, William. Just to let the fact that William prompted me. That was the fella. Look, it's not that it's not. He's a lovely guy. It's just that my memory these days is becoming Swiss cheese, and it is a sign of age. I'm afraid.
He's been extremely busy since he's a new father. I'm sure he's enjoying that to all ends.
Absolutely, and a far more worthwhile
Good guy.
endeavor as well. Should we have a quick look at this video of the giant chicken?
Yeah.
We got to try this, Ray.
So this is a new update for PUBG. I don't know if I doubt it's a permanent thing, but we'll have a look in a second. But they literally drop a massive chicken. I don't know if you ever see its foot. Look at this thing.
It's got a bow tie.
Oh, wow. It's a giant rubber chicken. I love chickens. I have a thing for chicks. There he goes. Look at him.
Trying to get that chicken dinner.
Has this gone live yet? Have you guys given it a go? Or
I have not yet to try it, but it is live though. Yeah.
Look at him.
Whoa, look at him.
I can't wait.
Monster.
April Fool's. Existence is futile. Wow.
That's going to be fun.
He hit you with his pecker there, William.
I see that. It was a large one.
It was huge.
Man, they're really they got me back into the game. Really enjoy playing it.
April 1st to April the 11th. So we've got a few days. We've got another 6 days.
Nice.
So loads of time. You'll have until the weekend to give that a go. So that's great fun. And did you know Elder Scrolls is now 8?
Wow.
Bless Elder Scrolls, 8 years old. So they've got some bonus XP rewards and cake during their anniversary Jubilee event. It says, grab a slice of cake and join us as we celebrate the Elder Scrolls Online's 8th birthday. And this is April 7th until April 19th. So again, a couple of weeks just about from this Thursday. From Thursday until Thursday week, I think. I don't know. I can't be bothered to work it out. But it looks good. Are you Elder Scrolls chaps? Or are you younger Scrolls?
I was a huge fan of Elder Scrolls,
Yeah.
and I don't know. There's so many games. I might just jump back in. You never know.
The reason I'm not into this one, this MMO or whatever you want to call it, is because I'm more of a Morrowind type fan.
Oblivion.
Yeah. Or Oblivion. Yes, Oblivion as well. They kind of streamlined it a little bit. Same with Skyrim compared to those types of games.
Right.
It was Morrowind that got me into Xbox because I was laughing about the controllers and about the system, and I had a friend that showed me Morrowind and also Halo, and I was sold. I was like,
Is it all part of the same franchise, right?
Yeah, the same world.
Right. Okay.
Yep. Just different time frames. Like they kind of split it up in different locales as well. But what Elder Scrolls Online is kind of doing is taking all of these locations and kind of mishmatching them together.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, I've heard. I was playing with playing with a young fella, as you do, on Destiny at the weekend. He said his favorite game is Skyrim, and I said, "Have you played Elder Scrolls Online?" He said, "Yeah, but it's not as good."
Yep.
So I'd like to. I definitely want to give those other games a go. I think. Are they kind of open world with other people in them as well, or is that purely Elder Scrolls?
Yeah, that's purely Elder Scrolls.
Yeah.
Morrowind and Oblivion, they weren't multiplayer to where you could run around the world and see other people or do anything with them.
Okay.
It was basically your open world, and
with epic stories, man. Some of the best writing, best stories, best challenges.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's been around for 8 years, and of course those other games were out before then, so I'm assuming it's a lot older than that in terms of the entire franchise. Elder Scrolls Online High Isle, which I'm assuming is a DLC, that's on the horizon. And you can pre-purchase the upcoming chapter, as they call it. And if you're an existing player, the High Isle upgrade will ensure you have access to this new adventure at launch.
Squid's favorite island.
High Isle. Oh, man. I didn't have my finger on the button. Hang on. Here it comes. Whoa.
Shout out to Squid.
Bless him. Squid's a cool dude. Money has to be pretty chilled, really, with the amount of whatever it is he's on. And no, that's a vicious rumor, and I would slap anybody for saying it in a Will Smithian way. And that's not all. Apparently, William, you can also play the game at no additional cost on Stadia from 7 a.m. Pacific until April 13th to 7 a.m. on April 26th. What? I see, April 13th to April 26th, and you can play it for free, apparently.
Yeah.
So I wonder, is that a trial, do you think, Ray, or is that just a completely fill your boots? And it's such a big game, it doesn't matter if you played it for 2 weeks anyway, does it?
You
really?
would never finish it. No, you'd never.
No. And hey, it is giving people options of different genres to try out. I think this is great. Get people into it.
I didn't mean to hide you down there, my friend. That was blame Ewan. He had a massive comment, and it just completely overshadowed your gorgeous face. What else? Stadia Ultimate Sale. Yeah, we've got a big old sale on the stuff here that's up to 75% off, Ray. And they've got Destiny 2, which here you go, William. Destiny 2, which Queen Deluxe Edition's on sale.
75% off. No, that's the deal. That's
a deal, right? Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate, Valkyria Chronicles 4 Complete Edition, and more. So what more do you want? So there you go. That was this week on Stadia this week, which we weren't live to see, although it did pop up on my phone, and we managed to cover that all now. So that's all good. So there you go. Anything in that, chaps, that's got you super duper excited?
I'm just happy for everybody, that Stadia is keeping up with their words with the free play and the games, and the proof is in the game playing, like they said. So I'm just happy. I'm very happy.
say I'm super excited to jump into Ease. I'm super excited to check out World War Z. But all the free trials they're giving away, the hour or 2 hours for certain titles, that's just going to propel more people to try it. And the proof is in the pudding when you do play. So I agree with Ray. I'm super stoked for that stuff.
It's great, isn't it? Do you guys know if you do the trials, are you playing it at pro quality or free quality?
That's a good question.
Ooh.
I've always had my pro, so I do not know.
That's what I was thinking the same thing, because if I click on any of those games, I'm going to get, I assume I get it at the pro quality without having the non-pro. Maybe someone in the chat knows, but that would,
it's interesting to find out. That's good to know. Yeah.
Well, yeah, on the one hand, but on the other hand, if you don't have pro and it comes up at 4K and there's HDR and 5.1, but you weren't planning on buying pro, you might kind of feel like you were missold. Just true. I would have thought that it's probably not. It's probably at the very high quality 1080p. But it'll be interesting to know. There's something to look into. All right, chaps. So the other game that was all set to come out with on April 1st was Deliver Us the Moon, which our friends at Stadia Source. There wasn't a great deal to go on, in fairness. They just said, and they were, to be fair to Wired, they were very upfront about it. They told everybody the day before that it wasn't going to come. Do you fellas know what the issue was?
I thought, being honest, I thought it was an April Fool's joke. I told my friends, guys, come on. It's April Fool's. It's going to be there.
I have no idea what actually happened, but in my opinion, they probably just got closer to the release and somebody found a bug they wanted to squash out before it got released, is my opinion.
Well, here's I seen on the other consoles, they have updates and new stuff because it's already been out on the other platforms. So I went to Wire Production. Shout out to Wire Productions. They gave me a shout out for beating Martha Is Dead. Bring that to Stadia, please. But the thing is I don't know, man. I see the other platforms getting the updates and the new stuff. So I'm like, were they getting? I don't know.
No, I think it's as good. So what you're thinking is that they probably said, like, you know what? Why bring it out and then update it in 2 days' time? Let's hang it off a day or two, and we'll put the big new version up with shiny bits, and like cheesy smelling moon and stuff, which is what you kind of want, isn't it? Yeah. But I think you're probably right, Ray.
But we got a game. I'm cool because we do have a lot of other games to play, so I can wait. I appreciate that they went out and put something, because it would have been really screwed if we waited on the first and that game's not there, and we would have heard after the fact.
Yeah. No, I agree. And Holt says, well, he expected as much because a lot of his deliveries have been late recently. So.
Hey, so has Stadia Pro's TVs.
Yeah, exactly. Bless him. But yes, anyway, it's probably very, very close. I doubt it's going to take very long. They just need to get a few little things sorted. And I think you're absolutely right, Ray. If they've rolled out an improved version to other platforms, it makes a heap of sense that they said to Stadia, look, if we can just hang off a couple of days, we can port this newer version and then you can push it up. But they went, yeah, we'd rather you did that. And they were all good, and they were very friendly, and they let everybody know. So
beautiful too.
You cannot complain, can you?
Yeah, their games are really beautiful. Beautiful.
Martha Is Dead. As much as it's a heavy game, the graphics are gorgeous in it, aren't they?
Gorgeous, and the atmosphere is just uncanny.
Music, the graphics.
Oh, music's amazing, Ray.
Music is probably one of the best.
Yeah.
And and there's scenes when they build up to a climax where you're getting to see something scary. They build it up with the music. Oh.
And you got the singing. It reminded me a lot. I've said in the past, my favorite. One of my favorite indie games of all time is Everybody's Gone to the Rapture, with the most amazing soundtrack, and it reminded me of that. So those beautiful harmonies and the sort of operatic and the just amazing music. Really good game, but not for everybody.
You know what's really creepy is, I mean, I don't. There's a boat and you go out to an island. Well, I remember when we were stationed on Guam, the beach was behind my house, and right across was an island, and we used to go to this. It was called Turtle Island, and it was kind of creepy and scary. I was getting vibes like that going to an island.
The whole game is just creepy. I watched you remove her face, Ray.
Oh, there's worse than that.
I missed out.
Where's that?
Turtle Island, didn't that used to be a testing base for the military?
Very good. Yeah. I used to find old World War II bullets and helmets. My dad told me not to go there because there could be like Japanese traps, like, but I didn't listen. I didn't listen.
Not even the turtles went there.
Nah, man. I had an old helmet, army helmet, and I used to pretend I was a soldier.
Wow.
And I would lead my friends. Come on, and we would in their fort houses. We would jump in there and play. It was cool.
Great
really
times.
Cool.
I can't imagine you leading them, Ray.
Yeah.
I can absolutely imagine that. Oh, mate. And cloud validation. Now we know what happened. Too much nuclear contact explains a lot.
That's the island I thought you were referring to, Rokk.
Yeah,
was the one where they did the nuclear tests. Yeah.
I was.
Oh, okay.
I didn't want to say it like cloud validation just did. Talking of other stuff, there was a big hullabaloo, a hullabala that some people were saying on Twitter and the various articles that Samsung had delayed the gaming hub, which is, of course, the much vaunted new gaming hub that has Stadia and GeForce Now baked in, and that it had been pushed back because of some issues. But anyway, Samsung came out later and says, no, it's totally on track. So there's nothing to worry about, they've said. So they'd originally said it had been postponed, and then, I don't know if they've said it in this article, but certainly Samsung confirmed that it has not changed. So if you were waiting to purchase a Samsung TV with the new Samsung Gaming Hub, and this has put you off, don't fear. When they ring out, they don't normally bring out the new TVs until around the fall anyway, do they? It's kind of October time, I think.
Yeah, because they're getting ready for the holidays.
For the old Christmas.
That's big Christmas holiday.
Yeah. I agree. And Ewan wants to give you a virtual hug, you see. So
be careful, Ray.
Yeah, does it come with strings attached? That's what I'd want to know. What else we got in the old news? There's not a huge amount, to be fair. Oh, yes, this one popped up today on Twitter. So that Super Animal Royale, fellas, that you can do a trial on now. Well, they've only gone and dropped an update. Season 3 Animal Pass. Look at that. Yeah, they got the little fellas that Ray loves. They've got the updated Saw versus Rebellion game mode. Does that mean anything to you chaps? No. Is it? Super Easter event, 8 new and 18 legacy cosmetics. You get to read all my news over here. Don't worry about that. Just ignore it. 6 new super cats and dogs, and a new Saw security. In fact, there it is. It says SAW. Super Animal World.
There you go.
No. There you go. It just needed the dots, William. I was missing the dots. That was all it needed. Wow. Choco sends his love. Back at you, my friend. Back at you. So, that's coming up. So that means, I presume, that's going to fall, drop us the same time as everywhere else. So if you want to go and if you don't have Super Animal Royale, you can play it for an hour. I think it was in the trial. We can try out those new bits as well, which is pretty darn cool. And then the last bit of news, which I did. This one sneaked up. I don't know if you guys spotted this. It's a bit sneaky. Division 2. They have a reanimated global event coming up. So basically, if you put your enemies down with headshots, it heals all your teammates. And it also ensures, and the enemies stayed out. But I would have hoped they would.
Well, they're zombies.
That's what I was wondering if that is what that is.
The event.
The dead are rising once more.
Once more. So that probably is a zombie, a kind of what do you call those things where they keep coming at you in waves? What's that game?
Oh, hordes.
Horde mode. Yeah.
Horde mode.
Yeah, yeah. So it's probably the old Ray, probably the old Dead Horizon. Did he say horse?
Yeah, he loves the
horses. He loves horses.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Yeah, it's got to be a zombie horde mode, reanimated, and but with this one, if you get the headshots, he heals your teammates. And I don't know any more than this, guys. I'm afraid, because that was it. Wasn't a great deal to show you, but I sneaked it in because I spotted it just a short while before we went live. So them's the news. Now, fellas, sadly we have no Jon to judge our game, and I haven't had time to prep one, otherwise I would have done it. So we can do one or two things. We can either move straight on to Stadia Pro Games. Actually, it's a really good one this week. Stadia Pro's Pro Stadia Tips. It's a good one because I requested it, and bless him, he's gone and done me the job. So we can either do that, or we can do something else. I maybe just chat about the world and gaming and stuff, or should we just get on with the game? And yeah, Ray says, yeah, get the hell out of here, Rokk. So we'll hide that one while I prep it. So William, what, my friend, are we going to get treated with pro tips this week on?
All right. So last week, you mentioned Cyberpunk 2077 and how you'd like to get into it, but every time you play it, it's just not for you. And a few people in the chat also mentioned, hey, I would like to get my money's worth out of Cyberpunk. Tell me how to play it or give me some tips. So that's what I've chosen to give you some tips on today. Is Cyberpunk 2077.
Awesome. And there he is, look.
Yeah, with my bald head.
What is going on with the hair?
Yeah, man, it is stunning. That's all.
It's a beautiful thing. Listen, if it was good enough for men in 1850, it's good enough today.
I will remember that. All right.
Give us your tips, big fella.
So the first tip, and it's a big one, is your life path choice. When you start the game, you have 3 life paths that they start you off in. And coincidentally, they don't really matter. So you think they would, like with the overall story where you start. Basically, where you start is the life choice. The missions, nothing actually is really different about the game. So don't hold up too much time trying to figure out where you want to start from, a nomad or a street kid,
business thingy. What's the commercial one? Corporate.
Corpo.
Yeah. Corpo. Yeah. That's the one I chose.
And so your life path really doesn't make that much of a difference. Learn to quick save often. That's kind of important. It's an open world, so you can certainly play the way you want. You can be stealthy. You can go in like Rambo. There's a whole bunch of different ways to play, but play smarter, not harder. So use everything at your disposal to complete tasks. Stealth, brute force, hacking, and exploration. All of these things will benefit you in whatever mission you happen to be doing. Loot everything because you can sell it or disassemble it for parts. As you disassemble these things, you're given parts that you can upgrade your current weapon or other weapons in your inventory. And that's something you're going to be doing quite a bit of. Dedicate your build. So if you've played a little bit and you're going to be starting over, or you've already completed the game once and you're going to start a new playthrough, dedicate your build. And what I mean by that is you're given skills that are leveled up by doing the actions of said skills, and then you have attributes and perk points that are bought with the points that you earn. Those are so important. And if you just randomly throw them into things as you go, not really having a build in mind that you're trying to obtain, you're going to end up wasting a lot of these points. And then about the time you figure out, oh, I really want to do this, well, you're not going to have enough points to do it. So definitely dedicate something to your build and work on that. As an example,
how do you know what build you would want later in the game?
Well, that's just it. Are you going to be a gunner? Are you going to be a stealthy character? Are you going to go in with mantis blades? All these things matter on how you approach these missions and stuff. But what I would say is Google Cyberpunk 2077 builds. You can look at those builds without giving away any story or any spoilers of the game. It'll show you the tree that you have all these things to select from, and I would definitely suggest Googling that, because it'll fill you in detail on what you may want to do. Mine, I dedicated myself to a hacker build. So I would never even fire a gun. I could walk around. I had the best, I forget what they call it, a chip in my head to where I could hack the cameras and shut them all down. I could look at one person in the front and I could give them a hack called Contagion. And because of the perks that I chose and the build that I have, the contagion would spread from the first person to the next person to a person in the back. And I could take out a whole facility without even walking inside it.
I was balanced. I just balanced. I was guns and hacks.
Nice. So I would also suggest save money for your upgrades for either guns or your own body from the Rippers. Most definitely. Don't rush the story. It's kind of short, but it's very satisfying. And if you do all the side missions, you can get something called Don't Fear the Reaper ending. It's certain dialogue you have to have with Johnny and certain decisions made within the game. And the last quest, you have one shot of succeeding it. If you die, it rolls credits. If you do beat it, it gives you a special ending. It's called Don't Fear the Reaper. Look out for that if you've played through it multiple times or more than once.
You see, you said it's a short story. I've had it for over a year and I still haven't completed it.
Well, there's a lot in Night City that draws your attention away from the main story. It's actually built that way. But if you continue on with the main story, I think you can get it done in 10 hours or so. I mean, it's really not that long. But with the city itself, with everything to do, it'll fill a lot of your time. Later in the game, you have to wait sometimes for people to call you. Skip time. You can skip time and then those calls will come right in. That's a decent tip. Here's the biggest one that I can give you guys. When you go in and you get a gig or you get a actual NCPD mission or a main story mission, pay close attention to the quest rules and objectives, as V will get better pay and loot for completing goals in a said location. So sometimes they say, hey, we don't want you to be seen, V. And if you run in with a gun and shoot everybody in the head and get caught on camera, you got saw. So there's a lot of these that you can complete a mission without actually doing it successfully or the way it was supposed to have been done. So definitely pay attention to those. A couple more is leveling up your body and technical ability will get you through most locked doors, either through brute strength of just ripping them open or hacks or whatever. Visit the Ripper docks frequently to get new upgrades. And the last thing, there's a very special thing you can do is you can get robo legs and you can get double jumps to where you can jump twice in the air without stopping. And then there's a mod you can put on that lets you float for a period of like 4 seconds.
Oh, wow.
So you can jump, float, and then jump. It changes the game. You can get past gates and just hover over enemies and shoot them right in the head. It's extremely fun. Those are my tips for Cyberpunk, but there is no way to play the game wrong. But those are my tips for a successful start. Anyway,
I'm sure I've been playing it wrong.
Those legs are awesome. I've actually jumped over into buildings, into windows. I love jumping over when there's like a group of thugs. I jump over them and I'm behind them and then I just spray them, take them down. So it's pretty cool. Yeah,
I've seen you jump in with your mantis blades too and dissect somebody. Their arms go flying and it's just amazing.
So how can you tell where I am in the game? This is live now. This is my game.
What's up, Primo?
You're in Night City.
No, I mean the progress in the game. How do you show your stories?
Oh, go hit start if you want to show your perks and stuff like that.
Or start.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you might not be on a controller.
I'm on a mass.
Escape? Maybe. I don't know.
This is good TV, isn't it? That's what they say, isn't it? In all these professional places. Oh, I don't know. It's got to be a button here somewhere.
Where are you going?
Well, I'm trying to find out to show you where I. Oh, here we go. So
there you go. There you go.
So main job: play it safe. Pursue other leads while waiting for Takamura to get ready.
Oh, you're pretty. I think you're about to go to the. They have like a parade that you do something in. I think you're waiting to start the parade mission.
Ah.
It's exciting. You're ready for some excitement.
So I'm fairly well through it then. Would you say?
Yeah. I'd say you may have 6 or 7 missions to go till the end. Something like that.
Look at his 70%, 30%.
Oh, is that what it said? It's gone now. It was excellent. I always say it was excellent, even if it wasn't. I don't know why.
You're polite. You're polite.
I feel honor bound.
If you dedicate yourself to that hack build, you do feel like Superman. All you have to do is visually see the person from however far away, and you can start causing chaos. The whole place.
Wow, it's a proper pro playing it now. William, as ever, amazing pro tips. Thank you so much, my friend. It's like every time you do this, I come away thinking, well, it's got to be a bit G'd up to go and have another look at that. What was it the other day you did? Oh, yeah. I was like, I've got to go and play that.
Yeah, Extraction.
And then we did, didn't we?
Yeah,
we had a right old chuckle.
I'm
Go
surprised
Rokk.
we didn't talk about that. That was the best Extraction game. Hearing Rokk just laugh.
Oh.
And Rex picking me up and putting me into the microwave.
Pick up the meatloaf and put it back in the fridge.
Having aliens explode in our faces, and William having balls hanging from his face.
Go and check it out on William's channel, because it was a laugh. It's only about an hour, isn't it? It wasn't hugely long.
Hour and a half, something like
that. But we had a really good chuckle. We really did. And thank you so much for inviting me. So, you know what's coming up now, fellas, don't you? It's that time of the day where we have one of these. Now, Ray happens to be in the chat, I noticed. Who are you praising today?
Today, that's the one thing I love about the gaming community. You meet people from not only, I'm in the United States, but you get to play with people from all over the world.
Yep.
And today I am praising my friend from Romania.
Yes.
I won Bear, aka the horny Jeff Dwarf.
the lonely halfling.
The lonely halfling.
Bless him. He's so helpful. It's actually pronounced Ewan, I think, but you can call it I1 if you want. He is, if ever I'm in a sticky fix with Destiny, then he's straight in there giving me the old support that I need to get me through the day. What a brilliant choice again, Ray, as always.
I love him. He so when William's doing his Boulder Gate 3 streams, me and I1. I like to call him I1.
You can call him what you want. He doesn't mind. I think his real name's Vlad anyway.
He's actually a pervert too. I'm just saying, he's a pervert. He plays as a perverted dwarf, and we just have so much fun. But he's always been in and out of my streams and making fun of me. He made fun of me when I played Valhalla so bad, and but he's just. I wanted to praise him and make sure you guys. Go to his YouTube. Please click on his link. Subscribe to him. He has a wonderful channel. Not only does he do Stadia, it's nice and neat and organized. He's got oh my god, right there, the PS5 streams and Uncharted, the Ghost of Tsushima, and I mean, just an amazing content creator, streamer, friend. But I wanted to praise him. I love him to death, and yeah, he's a good dude. He's a really good dude. Very funny.
He's got a fantastic sense of humor as well.
Yeah.
We always,
he does.
Whenever I put him in.
He's very polite. When we were playing Baldur's Gate, he thought that Ray's Wizard looked cold. He kept offering to come in his sleeping bag and he'd keep him warm. It was amazing. He's kind-hearted.
He would push me off cliffs, push me into danger, spider webs and the monsters and stuff like that. I think he stole some stuff out of my inventory.
He jumped on top of your head.
Yeah, and he does have a dirty mouth.
And a purdy mouth. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
no.
And he showed me. Oh my god, I showed it to my wife, but I seen on Twitter where he had a picture out his window of Romania, and it was just like, honey, look at this. People got the views of just beautiful Europe, man. Look at this. I would kill to walk the streets and
he's only a few hours away from the borders of Ukraine as well. He's literally driving distance from that part of the world.
Well, shout out to the wonderful people of Romania and Poland and all, like, letting their borders open and bringing these people in. I mean, it's just a wonderful, into their homes and helping them with foods and jobs. It's just a wonderful thing that they're doing.
100%, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Now, great choice as always, Ray. He's been more than a help to me over the sort of months and years, and he's a super guy. Always willing to jump in and help as well. Anybody wants a hand in Destiny, just flag I1 Ewan, Ewok, and he's there. So the hairy dwarf. It's exactly what he is.
Yes.
And it's great. You're more than welcome, my friend. Thank you so much. Awesome. I think that deserves a round of applause. Great praise as always. Well, chaps, we've sort of run out of content. So, but to the night's too young. I don't wish to go.
You got anything planned after this? You gonna play any games or anything?
Well, actually, after this, it's the final episode of Peaky Blinders. Have you guys ever seen Peaky Blinders?
Oh my god!
I started it.
Just started it. Oh,
just
wow.
recently.
Are you enjoying it, William?
Yes, I am.
It's a great show.
It's a lot of characters to get used to at first.
The whole family. Absolutely.
Yeah, but really cool though. Really cool. I'm really liking it.
Well, Cillian Murphy, who plays Tommy, is actually from Ireland, and it's interesting if you Google YouTube him, and you hear his gorgeous Irish accent, and then he does what is a really authentic Birmingham English accent for the show. He's just such a superb actor. But yeah, it's
amazing how some of those people can camouflage their dialect, like that.
Oh,
it's just amazing.
But then I was watching Moon Knight the other day. Have you seen that one yet?
Yes.
That's actually pretty good.
I watched the first episode and I'm super excited. I know nothing about it. Even I saw the first episode.
Me too.
Seems like a movie though, like a long movie. It's gonna
really
be
high quality. But the guy that plays the main character in that is from South America. Someone else who doesn't, and that's why he's able to play Mark and his character with an American accent and an English accent. That English accent is completely put on, but it's a really good, authentic English accent.
Yeah, well, he's got split personalities, so he's going to have a lot of characters with a lot of different voices, I'm sure.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
I did see Morbius.
Oh, what did you think? The vampire.
I thought it was interesting. I thought, man, he's a very powerful vampire. The graphics is amazing. There is a lot of gore. I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was, in just my opinion, like when the first movie, when they introduced Venom, I thought this was better than the first Venom.
Oh wow! So that's going to be decent.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Good story. A lot of stuff. I don't want to spoil it, but yeah.
Have either of you guys seen the new Batman movie?
Yes, I've seen it.
I have not yet.
Ray, what did you think? Was it worth seeing?
I wouldn't take a child, because my son was like, "Where's the helicopter, the motorcycle, the boat,
the car?"
It's comparable to Seven, a very dark,
right?
It
very
was
dark.
Me and my wife loved
investigative
it.
movie.
Me and my wife loved it. I thought the lead actor, I mean, good Lord, he was knocking the snot out of people. Like it was pretty good, pretty good, pretty good.
He's the guy that was in. Is it Hunting Game?
Twilight.
No, Twilight. That's
Twilight,
right.
yeah.
The
Yeah,
werewolf
Patrick.
vampire thing. Patrick Swayze. Yeah, I remember him.
No, not Patrick.
Nobody puts baby in a corner.
Yeah, nobody puts Arthur in the corner.
He's pretty much Ghost.
That was a great film, Ghost, wasn't it? Wasn't that
Oh,
a good
yeah,
film with
especially
Demi Moore?
The Clay.
Clay.
You know?
I knew where you
Yeah.
were going to go there, Ray.
I actually tried to do that scene.
Hello.
Yeah, where he's spinning the clay and all that, but for
Yeah,
some reason,
sort of
my clay
manipulating this
it
cone.
wouldn't rise for some reason. I don't know.
No,
You
that's
gotta take the
age.
blue
That is.
pill.
That's
Take
age.
the blue pill, right?
You got to mix your Matrix and your Ghost. That's how it works.
I tell you what I did watch, Rock.
Yeah.
I watched Spider-Man No Way Home in 4K.
Yeah.
That's amazing looking in 4K.
Is it?
It really is.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's I haven't seen that one. The one I saw, the most recent one I saw was when he went on holiday.
Yeah.
You know what? We went to the IMAX and there was a thing called Spectrum X. So you have the movie screen, but then it expands along the walls.
Oh,
Mm.
wow.
It feels like you're in the row and it's moving and going up and it's amazing. Spectrum X.
I bet you
Oh,
Doctor
right.
Strange 2 would give you vertigo. the way that all the worlds turn and that
Yeah, I can't wait to see that. I can't wait.
Yeah,
I
it's
love
gonna be
Doctor
good.
Strange.
I went to an IMAX in Vancouver, in Canada, and which was gorgeous, absolutely stunning. And there was I probably said this story before, but there was a little row of school children behind, and lovely kids, and I got talking as I do to kids, and talking to the teacher, and she said, "Oh, you're from England?" But yeah, she goes, "Oh, I wonder if you know my Aunt Mary in Birmingham." I was like, "Well, it's quite a big place." I mean, it's worth a shot, but no is the answer, you know. What about Star Wars Lego, the new one? Have you guys investing in that?
You know, it's kind of weird because I asked my son. He's like, "I don't want to play that, Dad."
Oh no, he's
And I'm
growing
like,
up.
"Wait a minute! I get all the Lego games.
Yeah.
Holy Christ, man!" I'm like, stacks of Lego games, and
It
he's
depends
just
on
like,
two things for me.
Yeah.
"What's that?"
Oh, to get this game, it'd have to come to Stadia or it'll have to be playable on GFN for me.
Yeah.
But I love the Lego games. There's hours of enjoyment in them, and
Yeah,
this
great
is the
fun.
whole saga. So
Oh, is it?
believe so.
Because there have been Star Wars Lego games, haven't
Yes.
there? It's not
Yeah,
new,
the
but
Avengers was one of my favorites, and the Star
so
Wars
good.
Legos was great.
They're
as well.
funny. They've got a little sense of
Yeah.
humor to them, haven't
Yeah.
they?
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah,
then when things smash and all the bits go everywhere, and you have to hoover them up. It's just they're just great fun.
You got to go to Legoland out here in Carlsbad, California. You can also go to San Diego. We've done like 3 holidays or 3 vacations where we took the kids to Legoland, and it was amazing.
didn't you just take him for his birthday?
I think
was
we
that
took them to
something else?
Universal Studios.
Okay.
We took them to Universal Studios last time, but or did we? You know what? Yeah, this was a mini. They also have mini Legoland. So yes, we did take him last time for his birthday, but that was the smaller Legoland.
Gotcha.
But this one, oh my God, this one has the water parks. It has the theaters. The hotels where you got like they got rafts with Legos that you can build it on the raft while you're floating in the water.
They're gorgeous, aren't they? We have a Legoland in the UK because it comes. I think it comes from Holland originally. Lego.
Yeah.
I think it's Holland. It used to be a zoo. It used to be what was it? Chessington Zoo or something. Not Windsor Zoo, whatever. Windsor Safari Park, that's what it was. And because it's relatively close to Windsor, which is where the town where the Queen's kind of her real house, her castle, Windsor Castle, which it's quite interesting because apparently overheard, and I don't believe this is true, was a small group, a couple of old American ladies outside Windsor Castle, and a jet flew over, and they said something like, "You think they would have built it away from the airport?"
Wow. Wow.
I suspect that's not true, Ray, but it's a funny little quip. Yeah. Yeah. Have you been out to Harry Potter in Universal? Have you done that?
Of course. I bought my son tried to get me to buy $100 wand, but he talked me down.
Like, I can whittle one for $5.
There's a stick I've just found.
So basically, you go around the land, and in front of the store windows or the castles, they show you how to move your wand. Like, you got to do it in a certain way, and then like flames would come out of a building or something. You move something, and so I'm like, son, I'm not buying the $100 one. We ended up getting the $75 one, which is still sitting in the box.
It's a stick, Ray.
Well, you can always come to Universal and use it. I'm like, and the lady just trying to sell like
at $98 a whack. You can come anytime you want.
That's like the guy that was selling rocks back in the 70s, isn't it?
My pet rock.
It was an amazing. It was amazing.
Yeah.
And my son, he was just in awe, and
And Ray, butterbeer.
Oh my God.
Oh
yes.
Isn't that delicious?
Yes. Yes. You'd be surprised. Like the scarves and the clothes,
expensive.
People were just the cash. People, the line went out the door, and you just heard the cash register. Cha-ching, cha-ching. I mean, it's just amazing.
They were printing money that day. Or every day.
It is, though. And as a franchise, it hasn't waned. It's still doing incredibly well. And they've got, as Caliph was just saying, the game's coming out later in the year. I think it's...
Have you took a look at it?
There's a game show, too, where people have to...
Yes. With Helen Mirren.
Yes. Yes.
But the game looks amazing.
Oh, it does.
I mean, you can wander through Hogwarts and go down hallways, and it just looks really neat.
It does look amazing. Wasn't there? No, is it only coming to PlayStation, or is it going to be a multi-platform job?
I think it's multi-platform, but I think somebody gets it first for a little bit.
Probably Sony.
I thought that was a PlayStation exclusive.
I thought it was, because I was about to say it'd be great if it came to Stadia, and I thought I think it's a PlayStation exclusive. Either way, it looks amazing, absolutely stunning. No, that's a great game.
The weirdest thing is in that whole trailer, they don't show any Quidditch being played. They show a kid flying on a broom for a second. But it doesn't actually show like you think that would be in the game, a multiplayer Quidditch match, but who knows?
Speaking of that, I have my wife on a broom flying around the pool. So they did like the green screen, and they had the broom, and my wife, she's flying over the lakes. She says, if I put that video out on Twitter, she will divorce me. So I've been trying to find the video so I can put it on Twitter. So it's somewhere in a folder.
You have to find it. You've got to find it.
She was going to try and delete it.
With a screen, and you go around the car and everything, and it's amazing. See, now look, poor old Ewan, for his 30th birthday, William, his girlfriend took him to was it, William, was this the Warner Brothers one in up North London? I've been there as well. And so to open the main doors, they said anybody's birthday. They put him forward with a kid. So it was the most embarrassing time of his adult life, he says. I bet that was funny. He was grumpy for the whole visit, he said. Wow. So there's a new Ghostbusters game. Oh, yes, there is. Of course there is. I showed the trailer and got copyright hit. So it's... I remember it well. Still haven't seen the film, though. Any good?
Oh, yeah. The last one?
Yep.
That just come out? Yep. I enjoyed it. They take the lore of Ghostbusters serious, like the stuff that came before because it is a comedy, but as it was way better than the female outing, the all-female Ghostbusters, because they didn't take any of the lore serious. It wasn't a continuation in any way. This is a continuation.
Like the Starsky and Hutch film, which upset me, being a Starsky and Hutch fan.
Disappointed.
Yeah.
The Ben Stiller one?
They just took the Mickey out of Starsky and Hutch, and it was a great show for me and Ray.
They made it crazy.
Yeah.
You know, they made it. I hate when they do that. They turn it into a joke. And that car, what is it, Gran Torino? That car is with the red with the white slash.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I was like, when I grow up, I want that car.
Yeah.
I want that car. But then the Firebird, what was it? What the hell is that guy?
Knight Rider.
Knight Rider.
No, Knight Rider came last. Knight Rider came last, but it was Smokey and the Bandit.
Smokey and the Bandit.
That Grand Trans Am. Which I have a neighbor that has it in front of his house.
It's very iconic.
I want that car. That's the car I want.
So many cars. You see, in the UK, we had much smaller cars. So I think for us it was a Mini or something ridiculously small.
You guys didn't get into the muscle car fad?
We never really did, William, to be honest. I mean, there was enthusiasts, and you'd see, but they, you'd only ever see one every so many years going down the road. It was always, fairly small cars, and if they were made in Britain, they would rust within 12 months anyway, because they were so badly made.
Hey, I'll take 007's Jaguar any day.
Oh, yes.
Like anywhere it snows in the United States, cars frames rust out usually after a few years because they put salt on the road. They just dump it.
Of course. Yeah. Whereas obviously if you're in Arizona or southern Texas or maybe northern California, you've got more heat, so you get less of that stuff going on, don't you? Yep. Yes. Well, there you go. We've done the full circle, fellas. We've done games and films and cars and muscles and pottery expeditions and all sorts of stuff going on.
You brought it up, Ray.
in a literal way.
I almost got kicked out of ceramic class, man, because I'm
Did you?
not going to tell you what I made. But
I think you were probably guilty. Guilty. I'm sure you were deserved to be kicked out, mate.
I was making a volcano. That's not a volcano. It's a volcano with two small little hills.
And they've just started to drip over the top to form this kind of bulbous.
It's a phallic volcano.
What are you guys like? Raymond, where can we find you and what are you up to for the rest of the week?
Well, wow. I've been invited to be on Cloud Gaming Extreme. I don't know if I was supposed to announce that, but I'll be there Saturday.
Oh, that's awesome. Well done.
And thank you. Cloud Nation TV on Thursday. Also, the Rokk review, where we review all the cloud gaming platforms. I'll be on that Thursday. Saturday, I'll probably do Wreckfest on Stadia with my friends. And we'll see. That's about it.
Cool. And usual late night.
Oh, and my spec show. And I'm doing a sports show tonight with Vet Cloud.
Yes, of
Vet
course
tonight.
You are. Yes,
10 o'clock Eastern time, 7 o'clock Pacific time.
That's awesome news. William, what have you got planned for the rest of the week?
Well, today at 4:30, I'm starting season 2 of Man Cave with Suave. The climax.
That's a great show.
Well, thank you.
Are we talking 4:30 Pacific, Eastern, Central?
Yeah, 4:30 CST.
Right.
So, yeah. Let's see here. Wednesday and Thursday, I'm going to be doing some PUBG, or Wednesday and Friday, I'll be doing some PUBG and some Siege. And then Sunday, we're getting together with a few awesome people, and we're going to do another episode of Retro Rewind. Should be
great stuff.
Oh,
wow, you guys are bringing it.
Holy crap, forgot Retro Rewind.
Oh. Well, Ray, all you got to do is say, William, what shows are on this week? And you know you're in them.
I'm either with him or I'm with Vet. I got a lot of.
You're on everybody's shows because you are, at the end of the day, you are the Prince of Stadia, my friend.
No. That would be Anthony. Anthony, let him be.
No, well, he's the jester. And he's the what could he be? He's the princess. There you go. The cowboy of Stadia. That's what he is. Thank you, everybody in the chat, for joining us. We'll be back next Tuesday with John, hopefully. And as Ray said, this Thursday is Rokk Review, where we just do the stuff you've just been watching for 10 minutes, to be fair, having a laugh, talking about cloud gaming in the loosest of terms. So please do join in. That's always a chuckle. Thank you, everyone in the chat. As I've just said, you are absolutely amazing, and all your comments keep us going. So it's brilliant. Go and check out the comments in half an hour. I will have Ewan's details there if you're wondering how to get hold of him. Truth is, if you go to his Twitter, he's got it all in his bio anyway. But I put it in there out of a common courtesy. And please support these guys, because they are amazing. Don't worry about me. But do go and subscribe to these fellas, because they deserve your love. Chaps, thank you so much. It's been an absolute blast, as always. I'm just going to run the old BT VT, and we'll see each other again next Tuesday. Have a great week. Au revoir.